Hi there. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you about packages. A package is just a way of using somebody else's code in your project so you don't have to write everything yourself. In Python, we use the pip command to download packages from the internet and include them into our local environment. So I'm going to run the pip command, but because I'm using Python 3, I'm going to say pip3. There's also a pip2 command if you want to be explicit about using Python 2. And if you have both on your machine, if you just use the pip command, it'll default to one or the other, usually to Python 2. You can see there that I have two packages installed in my Python 3 environment. And if I type pip2 and list its packages, I have a lot more packages installed there. So I can have different packages in each Python environment. If I type the pip command, you'll see that it actually lists the Python 2 packages. So on my machine, pip is defaulting to Python 2, and I'll use Python 3 in this lesson so that I can stick with Python 3. So I have two packages. Now, if I want to search for another package to install it and make use of it in my project, I can use the pip3 search command. And let's say I want to search for a package to allow me to do HTTP requests. And here's what I get back. And there's a lot of information here. The format is not great. So this isn't really a great way of finding the package that you want to install. Let's see what happens if we search on the web for some Python packages. And our first hit there is the Python package index. And this index is actually what the pip command connects to when you try to search or download packages. And so if we search here, we're actually going to get the same information just in a slightly nicer format. So it's a web-based front end to what we've already seen, but it's still not a great way of finding what we're looking for. In reality, you'll probably know the package you want. You'll have found it in a blog or a book or a video. Or even if you search, you'll eventually find the one you want. So in this case, the requests package here, which is the fifth one down, is a package that I know is good for doing HTTP requests. So I'm going to click on that and go to its documentation. And when I'm satisfied that that's the package I want, I can look at how to install it. And installation is just pip install requests. In our case, we'll say pip3. So let's go back and install requests into my local Python 3 environment. And we say pip3 install requests. And that's it. I've installed it. There's nothing more to it than that. I can now go into some Python code and start using the requests package. So we'll open up Visual Studio Code. We'll create a Python file. And I'm going to import requests. And what requests allows me to do is make HTTP requests. So I'm going to use its get method to do a get request to example.com. And now response has various things that I can print out. I could print the text, for example, which is the HTML content that I've gotten back. So if I run this program, I should see the HTML that's in the example.com website. Using Python 3, of course, to run it so that I know I'm using Python 3. And there is the HTML. There's the content that I got back in that request. So all of the work of connecting, sending a HTTP request, getting back the response, parsing out the text is all taken care of by the requests package. And I can get other things as well, like the status code, for example. And we'd expect this to be 200 because the request succeeded. So if I run that again, there's 200. I can also get at the headers in the response by using headers. And let's get a look at the content type header. I can use any of the headers. If you look up the HTTP protocol or Google HTTP, you'll find some of the other headers that are available. And there you are. It's a text response containing HTML. If that was hitting an API, I might see JSON in there, for example. So here I am. I have my three packages. And what happens if I want to uninstall requests? I don't need it anymore. I just use pip3 uninstall, give it the name, and I confirm that I want to uninstall it. And if I get a list, I should see that requests is now gone. In the next lesson, we'll learn about virtual environments, which allows us to have an environment for each project, so I can install packages in one project without affecting any others. But We'll cover that next time.